All right, so this is episode 1 of the Baja Bug series. We're gonna be turning a RZR into a VW Bug. Customer hit us up and he was like, hey, I have a RZR. I haven't driven it. It's been sitting in the garage for a long time. He wants to use it. He wants to drive it on the street, and he has had like some pretty crazy stuff that he drives around where he lives, and it breaks his neck. So this is kind of his thing. So he came up with this crazy idea. Let's just turn this thing into a Bug. So we started talking, getting into it, and basically we're gonna build the crazy Baja Bug with a ton of fabrication. It's gonna be mostly a stock RZR for the beginning of it, but eventually I think we'll end up going into like long travel, bigger shocks, all this crazy stuff. But the current goal is gonna be to make this thing have the look and then drive on the street obviously comfortably, and then eventually we'll start getting into it and start doing more fabrication. Much what we have that we're starting with. This is a 2-door RZR 1000. I think it's an XP or something like that. For the most part, it's pretty stock. We have a factory front arm suspension setup. We have an aftermarket bumper there. We got some speakers. The cage has a roof on it, and this weird little fan thing that we don't really know much about. Some tower speakers. The rear has the aftermarket billet arms back there. Those look pretty cool, and we should be able to reuse those. Let's get a little whip light. We'll see about that. Aftermarket doors. It's got some bucket seats in here, PRP steering wheel. Got a switch panel and some speakers. So it's pretty good. It's not bad. Super dusty because it's been sitting for a long time. But I think it's a really good base for what we're going to be building here. It doesn't look like it had too much abuse, which is awesome. It's got some little wannabe Baja lights there. For the most part, it looks like a clean canvas. I don't see anything that looks damaged or anything that we may need to like work on before we start doing the project. More aftermarket stuff there, stock trailing arm. That looks like it was taken care of pretty good. Just a couple little scratches here, little stuff. All this is gonna get replaced. The seats are gonna get replaced. All these plastics are coming off. All this looks pretty good. Doesn't look like it has too much mud on it. I don't think we're expecting any surprises on this. Should be pretty straightforward. So pretty much at a quick glance, I know that cage is gonna have to come off. This is probably gonna have to be taken apart. This won't be here anymore. I know we won't be connecting the cage here anymore. We're probably gonna do something like a more traditional style coming down from here. So we'll do something to get rid of that. All the dash is gonna come out. All the plastics are coming out. Doors are coming off. I'm pretty sure everything on this thing is gonna get stripped down to like the raw chassis, except for the suspension and like the main frame that you see under here holding all the motor and transmission stuff. Bumper's gonna come off. I know we're changing the front arms. We're gonna extend the wheelbase front 2 inches, and then we're gonna change the trailing arms in the back and push that back 2 inches. So this will just be pushed back a little bit to match the Bug. And then all this is coming off as well. So from what it looks like so far, the entire RZR is gonna get taken apart. So this is the donor Bug body. So this is what we're gonna be turning into the Baja Bug. So all this stuff is gonna get cut out. All that's getting cut out. We're gonna cut out the rear firewall, the front firewall. A lot of the front end is gonna get cut off so we could take care of the clearance issues. We're also gonna be doing a fiberglass front clip, so that'll look pretty cool. Lots of cutting has to be done though. But the good thing is, this is a super clean chassis. He actually bought this from a guy that spent a lot of time and money getting it all prepped for like a full restoration build. So we got really lucky on that. It's got little stuff like this that'll get fixed in body work. All this is actually getting cut out. That stuff doesn't matter, it'll be deleted. We're gonna cut along that purple line, pink line. This whole fender well is gonna come off. This was an unexpected surprise here, so it looks like it's kind of rusty, but I think we could take care of that. Shouldn't be an issue. All this is gonna come off. We're gonna try to keep the stock dash and probably do a whole overlay there and try to make all the original stuff work. Roof is not too bad. There's like some surface rust that we could easily take off and get taken care of during paint. And then I already see some points there where I want to catch with the chassis. and that'll be part of the body mounts. I want to make that into a body mount as well. Yeah, so pretty much the goal is we're going to be taking this Bug and then retrofitting it to work on that RZR. And then we're also going to be doing a whole cage in here to fit the Bug better. So we're going to be doing a bar from here down, instead of going out like I said earlier, where we were saying that we had to delete the A-pillar mount section there. So it'll just drop down here along the feet and the door A-pillar section, wrap around all this, super nice, main hoop in here, and then I believe the side-by-side already has some tie-ins here, and then we'll just do stuff that makes sense structurally. And we're also talking about doing some sort of like roof scoop, so that's in the plans. That'll be pretty sick. That also gives some more airflow inside the cab. I thought it would be pretty sick to do a nice rear spoiler, and then we could put the chase bar under it. That'd be pretty sick. We actually have a bunch of stuff from Baja, so we have a Baja Designs chase light for that. Some LP6s for the front bumper that'll replace those two guys. And then we're thinking of doing some LP9s up here. I think that'll be pretty sick and give it that Baja look. As far as suspension and travel numbers, we're gonna keep the same setup for now. Like I said earlier, we're just gonna move this front 2 inches and the back 2 inches. And that's mainly just to accommodate the wheelbase that the Bug already has, because we don't wanna cut this and try to stretch it or shorten it at all. But we are open to possibly cutting this down the middle and stretching the whole chassis on the RZR if we need to, just to get like the right look. So we're gonna be running 35 X comps, I believe they're called. I'm not sure which model that the customer already ordered. And then we're gonna be running some method bead locks, so that'll be a huge upgrade for this thing. There's a bunch of really cool Baja Bugs already done out of a side-by-side, and plenty of them done for like sand rails or like sand cars. So it's not we're not doing something that nobody's done before, but we're just gonna do our own personal twist on it. We're gonna be doing a full teardown on this thing. We're gonna start on that today. We're gonna start cutting the factory cage, getting all that out. And then right after that, we're gonna cut the Bug, figure out what we need to get cut just so we can get it fitted on the car. And then once we get that fitted on, we're gonna figure out our body mounts, get all that sorted, and then we're gonna jump straight into a bunch of really cool tube chassis work. We're gonna do the front suspension upgrades, the rear suspension upgrades, start getting all those cool body panels that we wanted to get done, the roof scoop, the rear spoiler, possibly figure out all the light mounts, and then we'll slowly start getting into paint and final assembly, and things will probably move pretty quickly on this build. It doesn't seem like a lot of work, but maybe I'm underestimating it, but we should be good. And then we're definitely gonna try to get with the customer so we can do a full shakedown run. That'd be pretty sick. We actually have a plan for a trip in Georgia at the end of January. It'll be super sick to see this thing out there. So if everything goes well, maybe you guys see a cool video within the next 2 months of us actually taking this thing out, wheeling. That should be really cool. We have 2 really clean canvases to start this project. Should be good. Tear down here. We got this all taken apart. Nathan's working on getting the cage off. The plastics are starting to come off quickly. Seats are out. Car wash. Cage is coming out. We're making moves. All right, so Nathan's already starting to tear down the Bug, or not the Bug, the RZR, future Bug. Looks like he's got a lot of the panels here taken off already in the seat, and he's just working around the back. What's your thought process on this thing?
As far as what?
Like, how do you go about this? Like, you just start ripping stuff out, or?
Not really. You kind of got to start with the cage on these things, because like the cage is like, it's nice because it's a 2-piece design, so it makes it easy like to like get like the aftermarket chop top frames or roll cages and stuff like that. Just bolt right in. But everything is tied in around the cage. So in order to get like the majority of the plastics off, like the big plastics for the front, and then like the majority, like the rest of the back, the cage has to come up.
Maybe we get that torn down, get the Bug cut up. I think it'd be really cool if we could get like a quick little mock-up of the Bug on the RZR today. That'd be sick. But
bro, what?
Let's
There's
see
a
how
safe
it
in here.
goes. What?
All right, welcome back.
All right, guys, that's it for episode 1. You guys saw this get torn down. We're still working on it. Episode 2 is gonna show the Bug getting cut up and being put on the RZR. If you guys like this video, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.